Hey guys, welcome to our first official F1 22 video where we're actually going to get in an F1 car and we're going to race. Now, I should point out that I did try a race on controller, and personally, I absolutely hated it. I did not enjoy it on controller, so I am on my wheel. I'm on my Fanatic CSL Elite with my esports F1 rim, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into solo. We're going to go into Grand Prix here. F122, and I think we're going to try out the new layout for Australia, man. This is going to be really fun. So let's get into this here, and I think we're going to pick Ferrari. We're going to go with Charles Leclerc because yeah, he is on fire this year, is he not? All right, so I'm gonna. Well, okay, you know what? I might as well just show you guys what I'm using here. I don't really care. So driving proficiency, I have custom. I have steering assist off, braking assist off, anti-lock brakes I do have on, so sue me. Traction control, I have medium, sue me, I don't care. Like, guys, you know what? The way I feel about any of these games, man, you got to play them the way you're going to have fun. And again, like I said, if you're planning on joining a league or something and you're really diehard serious about getting really good, then fine. You know, traction control, turn it off, anti-lock brakes, turn it off, you know, learn how to play that way. That's all well and good. But I mean, for the rest of us, if we're just looking to have a good time and maybe a little competitive against the AI, they're here. These assists, they're here for you to use. It's not against the law. If anybody tries to make you feel bad for using assist in a video game that you purchased, tell them to go kick rocks, okay? Because seriously, video games are meant to be enjoyed, and not all of us have the time to put in to these racing games to get, you know, so good where we can drive these cars like we're professionals. So just have fun with it. Some things that I may change: dynamic racing line, corners only, 3D. That's fine. Gearbox definitely automatic with this game. I just cannot get used to the shifting in this game for some reason. Pit assist, eventually I would like to learn how to do this with the pit assist off and the pit release assist off. ER assist and DRS assist, that's off. I mean, I have no idea why anybody would use those on. But again, if that's your thing, man. So the weekend structure, we're going to go standard, no practice, no quali, and a short 5-lap race. That's all we're doing today. Weather and time of day, dynamic and realistic. Rules and flags we have on. Corner cutting stringency is regular. Park for May rules are on. Pit stop experience is immersive. The safety car, I'm not sure why. I think it's because, yeah, it's because it's a short length. That's why. And we can't have the formation lap on because it's too short as well. So we'll check those out on another video though for sure, because we are going to do a season. AI difficulty, I have it set to 40 again. You know, so sue me. I'm not great at this game. You know, if you're rocking it at what is it going to do? 120, I think, or no, 110. So if you can rock it at 110, go for it. But for me, again, I'm trying to be a little competitive, have a little bit of fun. You know, the more I play it, hopefully I'll be able to bump that up a little bit. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Service type. I go simplified, so it's easier to get back on the track. Recovery mode, flashbacks, car damage reduced. I don't do that sim damage. That is crazy. Low fuel mode, easy. Again, these may be adjusted the more I go with the game and the better I get at the game. All right, guys. So let's do away with this and let's get into the race, shall we?
We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Hamilton, George Russell and Leclerc, Gasly, Joe, Ocon and Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher, Kevin Magnussen and Bottas. Vettel, Albon, Lando Norris, and Daniel Ricciardo. Latifi and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And a warm welcome, of course, to my co-commentator here today. It's Natalie Pinkham. Can we start by having a chat about Sergio Perez?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? And let's see who's able to keep their tyres in that temperature sweet spot early on. You've got a great tyre warmer underneath your right foot, and the drivers need to make the most of that on the formation lap, or they'll skate wide at turn 1 on cold rubber.
Alright guys, here we are, our very first race, my first race driving on the wheel. I'm so excited about this, man. It's 5 red lights and away we go. So we are in the Ferrari, as Charles will play. We are already up into P5. We passed Russell fairly quickly right off the start, so I say we got a pretty good start right there. And he tried to come back at us, but alas, he just didn't make it. Now, I will say, guys, in this video, you're going to see something kind of weird. My controls on the wheel aren't exactly set perfectly, so I wanted to look behind me, and I hit the button that I usually have assigned for that, and it went into flashback. So you're going to see that I didn't mess up. I didn't want to do flashback. It just, yeah, I didn't check into that. I have to remap the buttons. So yeah, that was a little hiccup. So what I wanted to do with this video is just kind of go through some of the things that I feel have changed in the game. First of all, the biggest change that I noticed right away is the force feedback on my wheel. So I am using the Fanatec CSL Elite for the PlayStation, and I'm using the Fanatec Esports F1 Rim. And the force feedback is noticeably lighter in this game than it was last game. Now, mind you, every time you get into one of these games, you have to adjust the force feedback. Okay, that's a given. But this game, the force feedback definitely feels lighter. Now, you can change that. You can turn the dampening up, and if you want a heavier feel, then I would suggest you doing that. I did this race with the way it was, and I can honestly say it feels like I can manage the cars better with the lighter wheel, and I know that definitely makes sense. I do feel that a heavier wheel is more fun, but to be a little more competitive, the lighter feedback seems to allow me to drive a lot better. Now, for the actual physics and handling of the cars, what I've noticed is that you really need to be mindful of your accelerator. I've noticed you cannot slam the accelerator down as quickly as you could in the last game. And even the last game, you know, it was touchy, but this game you really need to be easy on the accelerator. The tire models are definitely different. Okay, cold tires in this game. Yeah, they feel cold. They're very skatey, very icy, if you will. Another thing that I've noticed with my time on the controller, the race that I did in Bahrain, the curbs. So it's weird because it's a weird kind of mix, okay? Because some of the curbs are forgiving in this game, and other curbs will straight up kill you. There's one turn in particular in Bahrain that really tight, like right angle turn. I think it might be turn 10. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I think that's good. But that curb, man, if you just touch that curb going around that corner, it will kill you. It will send you in a spin. So those are some things to be mindful of. Now, I can honestly say though, this race was so much fun. I had such a good time doing this race. I cannot wait to get my team, my career race started, man. I'm really excited about it. And another thing I will mention, I feel like the graphics are a huge improvement. That may be silly to say because the F1 21 game, it came out on PS4, and then when PS5 came out, it gave us like a an enhanced version of the game, I guess you could say. But I noticed that with this game, a lot of the weird kind of camera glitches in the cutscenes don't seem to be prevalent in this game, and the graphics just look gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Look how clear this is. Look how crisp it is. And the cutscenes look absolutely brilliant. So, we are on lap 3 out of 5, and Lewis Hamilton, man, he's keeping ahead, but as you can see, he's not really gaining much time on Perez, and Perez isn't gaining too much time on Sainz. These guys are pretty much just keeping their place, and not really a lot's going on. Now, I am getting closer to Lewis Hamilton. This is only a 5-lap race, so I was kind of thinking there's no way I'm going to be able to move up another place on him. But as you can see, with each corner, I'm kind of gaining on him. I'm making up some time. He's under a second from me. Another thing I noticed is that the DRS doesn't seem to, I don't know, give you as much speed as it did in the last game. It could just be me, I don't know. But I'm actually loving the new layout for Australia. Honestly, it's something that you don't even really notice. But it's definitely nice. I can't wait to get into like the new Miami track and stuff like that. So right here, we are coming up, and we make a beautiful move on Hamilton right there, right up the inside. Kind of took the curb a little bit, but I think it's all right. I don't think we got into trouble. We didn't. And yeah, the new Jeff seems to like it. So that's another thing. Jeff is no longer in it. We got a new guy, and it's kind of strange because he literally says everything that Jeff says. He says the same things. It's just in a different voice. So I don't know. I was kind of hoping maybe they would have spiced it up. And again, it seems like every race the commentators say the same exact thing. It would have been nice if they could have, I don't know, kind of changed that up a little bit as well. But I guess it is what it is. Another thing we'll touch on in just a little bit here is the fact that a lot of people are saying, oh, this is F1 2021. It's just the same game. It is definitely not the same game. I mean, if you guys are playing this and you think that there's no difference, then, ooh, man, I don't know. Maybe you just, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I can definitely tell the difference. But again, when it comes to sports games, like, what do you want different? I mean, it's still an F1 game. It still has to be about the racing. It still has to be about the teams. It's going to have the same drivers no matter what. You know what I mean? It's the same tracks. So there's only so much they can do with these games, really. So I don't really know what you want. Another thing, though, I did find out that's pretty cool. The supercars, in career mode, there are going to be the Pirelli Hot Lap challenges in between your races. So that's something that they added that I think is pretty cool. So we are getting on Perez, and I'll be honest with you guys, maybe another lap or two, I feel like I could have definitely caught up to Perez, and maybe even Sainz, but this is the last lap. So Max Verstappen, he took the fastest lap, and he won the race, I believe. But we came in P4, we started at P6, and it was a very fun race for me. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Another Australian Grand Prix comes to an end then, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory.
Guys, I am really excited about this. I'm going to start up a My Team career. We're going to do a custom one. What I've decided was the 22 or 23 race schedule is a lot, and there's a lot of tracks on there that I'm not good at. So instead of just powering through those, I'm just going to do a custom career. Maybe we'll do a 10 race career at first, and we'll choose the best tracks that we like. And then maybe from there we'll bump up to 16, and then eventually 22 with practice. But yeah, overall, I would say that the people that are saying that there's no difference between this game and last year's game, I don't really understand it. Now, look, this is coming from someone who, I'm not like a diehard play this game every day kind of player. So for someone like me that's kind of casual at it, and I can see the differences, then that kind of goes to show you that the game has changed. It has improved. Like I say, the handling is a lot different now. The graphics do look a lot better. And overall, yeah, I can't wait to get into this game. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. If you have the game, let me know. If you're enjoying it, let me know that as well. And hey, you know, if you have a different opinion, if you think I'm wrong, and if you think that this is the same as the last game, like tell me what you think about that in the comments. All right, guys. I hope you have a good one, and we'll see you next time.